nice spots and cheap pops. Highlights. And here is Silicon Steve Valli and Vladi Dadi.
So, it's not going good right now. Let's be honest. It's not going well. It needs a fresh look. Let's go on the problems of AEW. That's the biggest, which you must love because you've been fucking railroad. You've been captain of that ship for quite a while. So we'll go on AEW. We have to talk about it. They're struggling.
Yeah, you know what? On that comment, let me just say this: I don't love it. I'm frustrated by it.
So you don't love it, but I'm saying you're gonna. It's something that you don't mind talking about.
Nah, I don't mind talking about it
because it's getting to a point where it looks just so indie. It looks like such a jerk off indie show. I feel like it's just a fucking glorified Ring of Honor, glorified Impact. You can make the argument Impact looks better on TV. If they had a bigger crowd, they would look 10 times better. You can make that argument. The only thing that makes AEW look better than Impact is the fans. Like, it's more colorful, it's more dynamic.
I don't really watch Impact, but I'll agree with you. Like, any clips I've seen of it, like, from what I remember, sure. Yeah, it is brighter, more vibrant.
Like, it's almost, Kevin Nash said it was reminiscent of Thunder. Dude, it's almost reminiscent of, like, TBS Saturday Night, how dark it's. And then we could tie it into the Triple H thing. And then you see Triple H, they just had Homeboy go over to win the World Cup. A flippy dippy guy, Ricochet.
Interesting. And actually, it was like, what, a 20-minute flippy dippy match?
It was a 20-minute great flippy dippy match. A match that AEW was supposed to have the market on. Well, Triple H is like, okay, well, I got two of the best wrestlers that can do that shit right here. I'm going to put them on my biggest show. And they put on a hell of a banger, and now Ricochet has a shot at the Intercontinental title. All of a sudden, he is putting Rick Shine on Ricochet, and the matches mean something. Gunther had a great match with Kofi, building his brand up with the new finisher. Triple H is starting to do AEW better than AEW is doing. They're not the cool brand, and AEW is not the cool brand anymore. They're struggling. It's horrible right now because no one's going to stay in AEW if they have a chance to go to WWE now. And there was a great point, and I saw a great point today with two podcasters that I think we would both say we listen to very often.
Yeah.
One is Jim Cornette, the other one is Jim Ross. And they were both on stage at the same time. They get along great. They're both very good friends. And they were talking. And it came down to this. Eric Bischoff paid so much money, the comparison to WCW and current day AEW. Eric Bischoff paid all these people so much money, they had to draw a shitload of money just to make even. Just to get ahead, just to get a little bit of ahead instead of making great money. They've got to be booming business left and right, and they're not anymore. They're struggling to sell tickets. And the same things happen with Tony Khan. With all the money he spent on all these stars that he doesn't even use. It's literally like a rich kid buying all these toys and doesn't have time to play with them all, so only plays with them once every blue, but he has his favorites here and there. Meanwhile, you have the House of Black sitting on the shelf. You have Miro sitting on the shelf. You have FTR essentially for the most part, and I know they're getting a big shot, for the most part, sitting on the shelf. It's a disaster right now because the one thing Tony Khan and AEW had, well, it's better than working for Vince. Triple H is a player's coach. Everyone that works for Triple H loves him for the most part, other than Phil Brooks. Triple H has built a brand there, and what he's done, he took and you don't think he's good? And I told everybody I think he's going to be competent. He's proven me wrong. He's not just competent, he's very good. He has taken the one thing that Vince McMahon has done right the last decade, the Roman Reigns heel character, and he's made it 10 times cooler in 4 months. That's how good Triple H is. Everyone said Roman Reigns was done. He needs to lose his title. Triple H gets hold of that storyline. Enter Solo Sikoa, enter Sami Zayn, boom. And now you have the biggest, hottest storyline WWE has had in over a decade. That's how good Triple H is. And everyone thought he was going to have McIntyre go over at the Cardiff. And Triple H said no. And I challenged him. I'm sure because I challenged him, said he did it. But he kept that title on Roman Reigns, and now Roman Reigns has never been hotter. He's never been bigger. The bloodline has never been bigger. Stars, the Usos have never been better. Solo Sikoa is growing, and Sami Zayn is arguably the most popular wrestler in the world. And that's what Triple H has done in a very short time. And now he's even doing AEW.